Welcome back to an all-new episode of The Source. I'm your host, Joshua Werner, and we have an awesome episode for you today. Today we are going to sit down with the Minor Brothers to talk about the hottest new comic book movie that's going to be hitting theaters this year. And then after that, we're going to head out to Ohio to a live event where we're going to chat with Arnon Shore about his comic book series, Ben Mortara and the Thieves of the Golden Table. And then after that, we're going to take a little road trip out to the very haunted Franklin Castle. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for being here with me. As always, I'm incredibly humbled by every single view that we get, every single like that we get, and every single share that we get. It means the world to me. So thank you all so much. For the opening monologue today, I would like to talk about Murder by Mail. If you've seen some of the ads for this, or you've seen some of the press for this, or people talking about it, you might be a little bit confused as to what it is. Is it a comic book series? Well, no, not really. Kind of not at all, actually. But it's being sold as a comic book series. Why? Well, let's dig into it. How many of you have played like a Hunt-A-Killer box or gotten a mystery box in the mail? If you have, I want to know in the comments if you've gotten one and if you enjoyed it and about how much time you spent on it. Murder by Mail is meant to be something that is comic book size, that's be collectible in the same way that a comic book is. You can get it autographed, you can bag and board it, and you can collect different covers and collect all of the different cases. But it's not a comic book, meaning that there's no panels and dialogue balloons. It's literally like an immersive RPG experience where you are playing an investigator for a company called Illicit Investigations, and this is embedded within the Curse of Cleaver County horror universe. So your office is in Cleaver County. You will get a package in the first few pages. It will be you opening this package and receiving a mail from your client about the case, usually an unsolved murder case. Then, through this guided story process, you will examine all of the evidence provided, and then you will seek out more evidence. And that will be done through interviews that you conduct, favors that you call in to different detectives you know, or to the coroner. All of these people, they're real characters in the Cleaver County universe. Even more so, the cases that you solve and the things that you do have real effects on the Cleaver County storylines. So this is very much in a comic book world. Do you need to read Cleaver County to be able to do the cases? No. Do you need to even have ever read a comic book before in your life to do these cases? No. It's not even a comic book. But it exists in a comic book universe, and that is what I think is unique and special about it. Yeah, there's been things like Choose Your Own Adventures and Hunt-A-Killer boxes, things that are immersive and experiential. I want to create an immersive and experiential space in a comic book format because it's more affordable for you, the reader. Instead of paying $4 or $5 for a comic and then reading it for 20 minutes and then being done with it, you're going to spend that same amount and spend all day on something without having to have dropped $30 to $100 on some cool, crazy mystery box. Don't get me wrong, I love those too. Murder by Mail has the opportunity to do the same thing. We can make a premium version of the product, which is all of those items that you saw within the book physically. And I think that is just as exciting for me. But I love the idea of having a $5 version that you can bag and board and put in your comic collection, because it's very affordable for anyone to join in on the fun. And then if you want to get the full experience, do all the cases. If you do all the cases, you'll start to see recurring characters. You'll start to see overarching background mysteries that tie into the comic book series. If you want the full-blown experience, read Curse of Cleaver County in addition to doing the murder by mail cases. Now, you're 100% in this world, and you get to see the effects of your actions playing out in a comic book universe. I don't think anyone has ever done anything quite like this. That's why it is my baby right now. It's my passion project. I want to make something new, something that you are in, not just witnessing, you're taking an active role in. That's why I have added a text messaging service. This text messaging service, it's free. You basically, I'll drop a link down below in the comments if you want to join the text messaging service now. All it is you sign up for it. I'm not going to spam you. You're not going to get a bunch of coupons and stuff or anything like that. What you're going to get is every time a new case drops, you're going to get exclusive hints, additional evidence, and additional information about the Curse of Cleaver County universe through text messages. Now, eventually, this is going to get even more immersive. I'm currently working on live events that we can partner with conventions on. And you can go to a convention and you can go into a room for a small ticket price, and you can have an entire live event, crime scene where you are investigating in real time, in person. And then I can take that text messaging service and I can narrow it down to just a geographic area, where now I'm only sending a handful of clues out, and they're just to people who are physically at the convention, and it will tie directly into your live event. You see where I'm going with this? This is going to continue to grow and grow and grow and become more and more experiential, and I can get you guys more involved in this world that's living inside my head. That's what Murder by Mail is. I really, really hope you're going to join me for this adventure. Right now, issues 1 and 2 are available to pre-order at your local comic book shop, but I don't think I'm going to stop at comic book stores. I think I'm going to make these available to order online, special packages with special items. I'm going to make this a little bit easier to get without having to go out of your way to get it. But if you're already somebody who goes to comic book stores, please keep supporting your local comic shop. I want them around for a long time. That's it for right now. I just wanted to talk about this project and clear up exactly what it is. By the way, every issue is going to have 2 covers. One cover will be a shot of your desk, your office desk at LS Investigations, and some of the items from the package that you've received. So every issue 1 will have a cover A that has a big envelope that says Murder by Mail on it, and then there'll be little change details around your table. In every cover B, the second cover for every issue, is a photo from the crime scene, and it has autopsy report notes handwritten on the photo. I'm hoping that people see these on a comic store shelf and they think, that doesn't even look like a comic, what is that? And then they pick it up and they open it and then they're curious and say, wait a minute, what is this? And then they talk to their retailer, and the retailer tells them about this game that you're playing, that this murder case that you are solving. So I sent out a massive email blast to all the retailers I could, educating them on this so that they can tell the readers when they come into the shop. But it's not enough. It's never enough. I'm going to do every single thing I can, every waking moment I can. It's not enough. If we want to keep this series alive, if we want to keep this murder mystery experiment happening and allow it to grow, I'm going to need your support. So please, share anything. Share the links from the previews catalog through Diamond, or through the catalog for Lunar, or share a link to our website, or share a link to this video. Anything you can to tell people that you know in your life who like murder mysteries that this is a product meant for them. And then we're going to have a lot of fun. Also, if you're a horror movie fan and not so much a murder mystery fan, this is still for you. A lot of horror elements, plus it ties into our horror universe. You're going to want to be in on this. I'm super excited, and I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate you. Today, And please check out the rest of the segments of this episode. They're awesome. Let's move on to our guests.